We have created a project in the last video, and that project I have uploaded on GitHub. I'm using GitHub as my repository to maintain the source code. In this video, I'm going to create a continuous build and release pipeline on Azure DevOps. So I don't need to do this manually. Whenever I make a change, my code should be deployed on my dev website. So I'm the only developer for this project, so I don't need any continuous build or this kind of setup. But for the sake of the experience, this is a good opportunity. I'm going to set up this project on DevOps, and DevOps is free. So in this video, we are going to perform following tasks. First one is creating a web application on Azure. Second, we are going to create a project on dev.azure.com, DevOps. Third, we are going to create a build pipeline. Fourth, we are going to create release pipeline and test by making changes in our code, so it will automatically trigger the process. We're going to create an application now, so let's create a new resource. Web app. So I'm using my pay-as-you-go subscription, creating a new resource group, because whenever I'm done, I can easily get rid of all resources required for this one. So I'm giving the name .NETpedia dev. I'm not going to put the code in containers, so I'm directly deploying the code here, and it is a .NET Core 3.1. Location I'm giving right now East US 2, because my location is East US right now, so it will be quite fast. Okay, size here it is by default is standard S1, but I rather change to free version because I'm just testing here. So I'll go to dev and test, and I'm going to use this one, free 1 GB memory, apply. So it is completely free. And next, monitoring, I'm going to keep the monitoring with the same resources. Tags, I'm giving the environment. I had already created environment back, so environment I'm selecting dev, and now next create, review and create. Once it is approved, I can create it. So this project is started creating. It may take several minutes, so it is first, and once it is done, then we are when it is done, then we are ready to use it. Okay, so we have resources created. We also have some insight created, and resources ready now. So we can go to that resource. This is all ready, and if you want to check whether it's ready or not, click on the link on the left hand side, and so this is my application is ready. So whenever I load this application is ready to use. So next step is creating a build. Step is creating a project in a DevOps. So we'll go to dev.azure.com, and here I have organization created with Prakash Sharma already. So because I logged in before, so now I'm creating the new project .NETpedia, and in this project I'm just creating the project, and it's a private so our project is created. Okay, so next step is creating a build pipeline. So go to pipeline, and I'm going to create a pipeline, create pipeline, and I'm going to use GitHub as my repository, GitHub. and it will give me the list of all repository I have. So I'm selecting this .NET PDR2. This is the one I have uploaded on the Git, and this is my core project. So this is the project type, and by default it will create this YAML file. So this YAML, so it will be built through this YAML file. So the YAML file has all information which branch it should be building, which version of pool it should pick up, because whenever build runs, so which server should pick up, so Windows latest version. And this is variable, this is the Effluent project or any CPU release. Now this is install the all NuGet packages. It will install NuGet and it will restore all NuGets here, and after that it will build it, and after build it will run the test. But in this YAML, one thing we are missing is repository, because it will build the project but it will not upload the artifacts, because to release this code we need artifacts. So there's already tool which will help us to create artifacts and artifacts required for build. So we will go all the way down and see if we can see some artifact. So we'll see here publish and build artifacts. This is required. So we'll put the cursor below and select this option and add it. So it will add this portion, because it is necessary to have. If we don't have this thing, then it will not perform the task. We just build it. So save and run. So what it is going to do is it will save this YAML file and deploy into the project, check in into the project. And now it is already started the build. The build is going on. So let's see the build is queued, and we wait for build to complete. So in between we can check our project. In project we'll see, let's take the latest version control update solution, and we'll see this is the YAML file it is created. So this is what we added in the last, this whole process. Okay, let's see how the build goes. The build is started. So our job is finished. So when we go to pipelines, and this build is finished, it took around 2 minutes 20 seconds. Now next step is creating a release pipeline. So go to release section, click here, and new pipeline. And so by default it will create. So what kind of project we are creating? So we are deploying this project on Azure App Service Deployment. So clicking here, apply, and we'll giving the name is dev, and we are giving what is the job. Job will be running. The job is run the agent. Then we are going to select the subscription. So pay, this is my subscription, so we have to authorize it. And we are going to put my password in the credential. So we are going to select here my service connection. So it will give me the list of all services we have here. So we have this PDF DAV, so I'm selecting this one, and app service. What happened? Okay, I don't know why it was not selecting earlier. Okay, so we all done here. Save it, and we'll go now pipeline back. So our job is ready, but we need to deploy this to code. Okay, next step is adding the artifacts. So remember, we created artifact through build. So we select the artifact from here, and this artifact is this one. But again, we want this build to run as soon as the build is complete. Release to run when the build is complete. So we have to add a trigger, enable the trigger, and finish, save it. Okay. So let's run the build again. So select the code, run the pipeline. Just started, so let's go. See, this is second run is running, and we are expecting this project to run, and it is done. So I'll fast forward here. Good. So this release pipeline already started. So it has finishes 3 out of 3. I think the build is completed. Work is in progress. Let's click here again. Oh, azurewebsite.net. Okay, the application is build, deployed, testing the build. So we are going to change something on the portal to the code. Let's go. I'm just changing the name. Sharma. Save it and upload it. Review and commit. Changing the heading, and I'm pushing it. Push changes. So as soon as it's pushed, so if you check whether we have build started or not, let's go to build and see it is already started. It is already running. This build is already running. Once it is done, let's see what happens. So I will fast forward from here and see if the build is running or not. code is deployed completely. Let's see if it works or not. So just we are refreshing the website and my name should appear on the website. Okay, so it is working. Now in the next video I'm going to add some test cases, so and just try to check both negative and positive scenario if the if test case is failing or not. So that way our complete setup is done, and from there onward I will start writing code and implementing the website to its fullest. So if you enjoy watching this video and interested in similar kind of video, please subscribe and provide your comment and all your opinion about this project, about this video, and for the future, and some suggestion for the future videos. Thank you for watching.